Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I usually start out my videos by saying I'm gonna make a real quick video about something, but I don't think this one's gonna be that quick, but I hope you guys stick around to the very end because I got some great stuff I want to show you guys. So this stock market looking stacks here are basically some of the vintage cards that I did recent pickups of. I just released a video, maybe you guys saw it. If you haven't, check it out, of all the new stuff I recently either got graded myself or I picked up recently. And it was about 40 or 42 cards, something like that. All PSA Gem 10s, and it was baseball, basketball, football, and it was all newer stuff. However, this video is all vintage and it's all baseball. And I thought I was gonna make a video with basically all three sports again, but I realized I picked up so much baseball that it's not gonna fit into one video. So I'm gonna do just baseball on this video, and I'm gonna start with the oldest, which is 1954, and I'm gonna come all the way to 1980. 1980 is my cutoff, although I do have two 81 cards that I'll show you guys, only because those were Gem 10. So, okay, here it goes, guys. So, first card, Mel Clarke, 1954 Bowman, one of the most beautiful sets ever made, PSA 5. 1955 Bowman, gotta love this one, Dick Groat, and that is PSA 5. Boom. Oh, I'm sorry, that was PSA 6. Then I got some more 1956 cards. I love these. I got this one graded myself, so graded a 7. Absolutely beautiful card, Warren Spahn. One of my all-time favorites, and actually he's one of the very first, I want to say it was 1963 Fleer was my very first, or one of my very first vintage cards I ever owned, and it was of Warren Spahn, so kind of has a special place in my collection. Let me get all the 56s and do those in a row. So got one more, Duke Mass, 5.5, right there. All right, and then we got Roy Sievers, that one's a 6. Very nice card. And then we got, this is the nicest 1956 Sandy Koufax you've ever seen in a 5. I personally, I would think this is the nicest Sandy Koufax PSA 8 you've ever seen that was graded a 5. I mean, this card is, other than a slight centering issue, which is really dumb when people say that, because I mean, very few cards are ever perfectly centered. I mean, the card is phenomenal. The color, the surface, the corners, the edges. I have yet to have found an imperfection on this card other than a teeny tiny bit of centering, which definitely should not take this down from like an 8 or a 9 to a 5. But for some reason, PSA's impossible standards graded this guy to be a 5. So I did get this one also graded myself. I was extremely disappointed that I got a 5, but it's drop dead gorgeous. It's in my PC, and who knows, maybe I'll decide to get it regraded one day. But as of right now, I'm just gonna stay pissed off about the grade and keep the card. All right, we also got Yogi Berra. All right, that one's a 6. And we got Whitey Ford, which for some reason I always used to get these guys mixed up, and I don't know why. Probably because of the funky names, Whitey and Yogi. Anyway, and this one's a PSA 5. So, very nice card. Part of my PC. Let me sleeve the Koufax again. This is my PSA 8 Koufax graded a PSA 5. So, anyhow. Alright, so here it goes. And then this is part of my PC. I love this card. I picked this up a couple months ago. Brooks Robinson, 57 Topps rookie. And that's graded a 7.5. I'll take this out of the sleeve real quick for 2 seconds. I love this card. Could be an 8. Other than about a hair left to right centering, a hair or 2. This card is absolutely beautiful. The color, the surface. I'll have the light on it so you guys could see. I mean, it's just a phenomenal card. It's definitely part of my PC. One of my favorite cards ever. So, anyway, there it is. Brooks Robinson rookie, 57 Topps, PSA 7.5. Put that sucker in. Got some more nice 57 Topps for you guys. Well, one more. It's the last card in the set, Ernie Bowman. It's graded PSA 3. but it is a very, very good looking PSA 3. I don't think this has any creases on it. It just has the centering issue, and it has some corner wear. Other than that, there really isn't anything wrong with this guy either. This could look very comfortable in a PSA 5 or possibly even a 6 holder. But again, thank you PSA for undergrading the crap out of this card. But anyway, it is what it is. 59 tops, no one special, PSA 6. 59 tops, Hank Aaron. This one, it was miscut like crazy. I did not grade this one. I picked this one up like that. If this was in my possession, I wouldn't get it graded. I would have kept it raw due to the crazy miscut centering. But somebody graded it and gave me a good deal on it, so I took it. 1960 tops, one of my favorites, but I just have one card to show today. It's one of my favorites because it's the colors are so gorgeous on the set, but also the centering is extremely difficult. Everyone says centering is tough on vintage cards. 1960, I would say, is top 5 most difficult, especially since they're horizontal. When you display them, if it has a centering issue, for some reason, the issue pops more than other card sets, looks worse, I would say. But that challenge, I think, attracts me, and that's one of the reasons why I love 1960 tops, other than the gorgeous colors. 61, another one of my favorite sets. I just sent a whole bunch of Ds to PSA, some commons mostly, but I do have some semi-stars and some stars that I sent in. Some higher-end ones. This one's a 6. Here's another Mantle and Maze. I did not get this one graded either. I picked it up just like this. It is a 62 tops. This is one of, believe it or not, actually one of Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays' most popular cards. This is graded a 3.5. Other than this teeny tiny little thing right here, if you can see that. Other than that, I would say that the card looks like a solid 5. I'm not one to always complain about, oh, there was undergraded, blah, blah, blah. I think PSA is okay about that stuff, but this one, again, I would say is a pretty undergraded card considering the centering. I would say is dead centered. No creases, no wrinkles whatsoever. Back is pretty clean overall as well. All the scratches are on the case, not on the card. But for some reason, this little tiny ding right here, I don't know if we could see it here, but it was enough for SGC to grade it down. That's why it always pisses me off when people say, oh, PSA is a tougher grader, or SGC, whatever you grade by SGC will grade it lower by PSA. Actually, SGC is a pretty tough grading company. I think that they're fair-ish, and they grade their cards pretty roughly. So this is a perfect example of a card that should easily be a 5, because a tiny little corner ding I don't think justifies this being a measly 3.5. Anyway, hope you guys saw that. 62 tops, 4.5. Definitely looks better for the grade. Roger Maris, Mickey Mantle. Whoa, so my camera is having a day off here. So there's that right there. Again, 62 tops, graded 4.5. Definitely looks a heck of a lot better. I'm not going to get into it on this one though. All right, another 62 tops card. Ernie Bowman. He does not own Bowman cards. He just played baseball for a little bit, but that was a PSA 5. Another 62 tops Mantle. This one is a 6. This one is the Switch Hitter Connects subset in the 62 top set. One of my favorite cards. I think it's beautiful because you got 3 Mantle images on there, and it's an action shot. I tend to like the action shots. Just organizing the cards here. Another Mantle, 63. Actually, this is a great card. It has Mantle and it's batting leaders. Very nice looking card. AL batting leaders. Graded a 4. Again, no creases or anything. My guess is just very little bit of edge wear, and the centering is what got that nasty 4 grade. 63 tops, Jim Cat. That was a PSA 6. 69 tops. I got 2 cards. I got Billy Cox, which I did send this one in. It looks amazing. I thought it would get at least an 8, and it's an all-star rookie, and he's a Yankee, so I thought I'd PC this card, but it only got a 6. But nevertheless, it is a gorgeous 6, and I would say that is pretty dead centered, especially for a 1969 tops card. it's an amazing card, especially to see it in person. It's beautiful. And then we got the Jim Palmer, which came back as 7, which I also thought was going to get much higher, but probably got a 7 due to the left to right centering. But anyway, it's a cool card. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to 1970 Topps. Okay, so 1970, 72, and 73 I have the most of. I will try to show these as quick as possible, and I won't waste too much time on the common regular Joe Schmoes. So we got Carter Stremski, PSA 7. AL Rookies, Vita Blue, PSA 7. Rookies again, PSA 7. Let's see who is more rookies, Expos, nobody cares, PSA 6. If you guys are wondering my method to the madness, as far as my my submissions to PSA, not the ones I bought already graded. If it's a common card like Sal Bando, right? This guy I think is popular because his 71 Topps card is tough to get in high grade, and his 75 Topps as well. One or the other. Anyway, so something like this, if I thought it would get an 8 or higher, I sent it to PSA. So this unfortunately got a 7. I was not happy about that, but I personally thought it was going to get an 8 or higher. That's why I would send it in. If it's a star, I don't care if it would get a 5 or a 6. As long as it's a decent star, I would send it in if it was a star. But if it's someone like, for example, the checklist or a common card, or maybe like a low population common card of a regular player or whatever, those I would send in as well, because I'd try to get the higher grade on those, because those are tough. So checklist, PSA 7. Another stack. Okay, so Lou Cross, again, see this grade is 7, but I thought it was going to get an 8 due to that beautiful centering and really no major problems. But anyway, got a 7. Claude Raymond, definitely famous for having a super tough 1971 Topps card. I think a PSA 8 of a Claude Raymond card in a 1971 Topps set sells for about $1,200. I mean, and he is an absolute nobody. No disrespect to you, Claude, but you know, that's one of the things that's kind of his claim to fame. So I thought this would get an 8, and it did get an 8, so I'm cool with that. Mike Torres, PSA 8, nice. Lou Brock, see, this one I definitely knew was going to get a lower grade, but I sent it in because it's Lou Brock. So it's worth it, even if you grade it. I mean, it's still like a $20 card. And even then, Lou Brock, I do PC some of his cards. I like him. So even if it's not worth it, I like Lou Brock. So I'll keep it. And I have 2 of them. So one graded a 5, one graded a 7, which is, I would say, pretty accurate. All right, and then Barry Moore, see, another pretty much a common card, but it graded an 8, so that was worth it for me. Okay, all right, I'm trying to get through this as soon as possible, guys. All right, so Tony Perez, that one's cool. He's a star, Hall of Famer, blah, 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 and it graded an 8, so I was happy about that. Let me try to do this. All right, and then we got a Reggie Jackson, graded 7, Reggie Jackson All-Star. Sporting News All-Star, so got a 7. I was happy with that. Frank Robinson got an 8. Very happy with that. I wish the Reggie was an 8, to be honest with you. That definitely, oof, almost knocked my camera over. That definitely would have made my day, but I'll take a Frank Robinson and an 8. Same thing, All-Star. Also the Johnny Bench All-Star. That one's a 7. This one is one of the toughest ones. The Pete Rose and the Johnny Bench are some of the toughest ones for the All-Star cards to pull. So I really wish this was an 8, but anyway, it's Johnny Bench. I'll take it in a 7. Jay Johnstone, 7. Raleigh Fingers, this is cool. So he got a Hall of Famer there. And it's a 7, so I'm cool with that. Joe Morgan, same thing, Hall of Famer, and it's a 7. So I'm cool with that. All right. Frank Quilcy, it's an 8. So this is kind of like right up my alley, where it's a common, nobody special, but it's an 8. So higher grades, definitely like that. And then this one's really up my alley. So Garen, what is this? Wazlewski, and that's a PSA 9. So definitely like that. Definitely appreciate the higher grades. Commons, I don't care who you are. If you're in a PSA 9, woo, that's sweet. Norm Cash in a 7. Mark Bellinger, that one's a 5. That one, again, surprisingly, have no idea why it's a 5. But wish it was higher, but it is what it is. And then Ron Santo just made it to Hall of Fame a couple years ago. So PSA 7. So that's cool. So that was 1970 Topps. All right. Organize those suckers and put them away. And then 71 Topps, one of my favorite sets. In a previous video, I've said that people don't like 71, and people have commented saying, oh, everyone likes 1971. I'm not saying people don't like it. It's just most people don't collect it or don't like it, actually, simply because the black borders is so hard to get in like a decent grade. Or even if you don't want to get them graded, you want to get them raw, they just kind of look like crap because a little bit of edge wear really downgrades the eye appeal of them. So here is Thurman Munson's most famous card, not his 70 rookie, his 71 All-Star, which people call it All-Star Rookie. It's not an All-Star Rookie card, it just says All-Star Rookie. Anyway, so that one's graded a 5, PSA. I love that. I don't care what grade this one is in. I love this card. All right, this is a gorgeous card. I picked this up a while back. Been meaning to show it off. Burt, Blyleven, Hall of Famer rookie. Very, very, very tough card to get in higher grade. Even in a 7, it's tough, again, because it's 71 Topps. This one was beautiful. I would say it's very well centered. Other than just some minor edge wear, there really is no reason why this shouldn't be a higher grade. I mean, beautiful. But I mean, that's the problem with all 1971 Topps cards. It's that black edge wear. But again, that's kind of the thing. One of the things that attracts me to this set is the challenge. Rod Carew. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but this is in numbered order. Everything I've put in numbered order. So just easy for you to follow along if there's a card you're looking for. I am willing to sell most or trade. Mostly I trade most of these cards. So if there's one you're looking for, you're trying to look for that number, or it's whatever it is, these are in numbered order. So hope you can follow along. So Rod Carew, 71 Topps, PSA 5. Hank Aaron, beautiful, another PSA 5. Who do we got here? PSA 6, Don Wilson. Again, one of the cards that I really thought was going to get a higher grade, but not. Jim Perry, PSA 6. Beautiful card. We have a Tommy John. This one is amazing. I might just go nuts one day, crack it out of the case, and resend it to PSA. I mean, this one is a gorgeous card. And there's no reason in the world why this is only an 8, except maybe the grader was just having a bad day. I mean, there's no reason, guys. Twins, PSA 6, Twins team set. Expos, PSA 7. Team, not team set, team card. This one's cool, Ron Taylor. It's number 687, which is a super high number in this set, and it's graded at SGC 8. This one I would definitely want to either cross over to PSA or maybe try to resubmit. This one is just absolutely gorgeous card. Gorgeous. I mean, and look, SGC has like these black case filler. So if there's a problem, black on black, you could definitely see it. And I would say this is almost 100% problem free. Because again, you could easily see any edge wear when the black meets the black. And other than this little section right here, I mean, this card is stunning. I love it. No reason why it should be an 8 other than it's a 71 Topps. And I got 2 PSA 6 of our good friend Dusty Baker and Don Baylor, whatever, rookies. And they're both graded PSA 6. 71 Topps. All right, so that's that. Let me put those here. 72. So I have, it's the second most amount of cards in 72. The most I would say is 73. So I'll try to go through them real quick, okay? So we got Ron Taylor, PSA 7. Stan Williamson, PSA 7. Carl Yastrzemski, PSA 8 in action. That one's nice. Angels team card, PSA 8. That one's nice. Okay, so Tom Seaver, Fergie Jenkins, strikeout leaders. PSA 7. Joe Morgan, PSA 5. Beautiful colors. Look at that. Oh my God. Beautiful colors. Joe Morgan again, PSA 7. Same card. I have 2 of them. There's this Gary Jestad. PSA 7. If I said his name wrong, I'm sure one of you very polite YouTubers will scold me and tell me how to pronounce this nobody's name. Jim Perry. Well, I guess he's not nobody. He played in the majors for a little bit, so that's pretty cool. PSA 6. 71 World Series. Beautiful. Beautiful card. PSA 8. Clemente again, I believe so. 71 World Series again. PSA 5. Okay, we got a checklist. PSA 9. That's kind of cool. 3rd series checklist. And by the way, guys, if you're a fan of this 72, yeah. If you're a fan of 1972 Topps, I have a 72 Topps wax pack that's graded, I want to say it's graded 7.5. I will be breaking that on my channel in the next month, or probably sooner. I can't wait that long. So, just an FYI. 2 Sandy Alomars, a PSA 5 and PSA 6. I'll put these babies right next to one another. For some reason, I hope this is clear for you guys. There it is. Alright. And then, let's see, what else do we have here? Padres team, PSA 8. You know, I love this card. Willie McCovey, it's PSA 7. Look at such a beautiful swing and a beautiful shot. Such a great card. This was always one of my favorite cards. Alright, Hank Aaron, Booyah, PSA 7. Another great card. And very, very well centered for the most part for 72 Topps. Aaron, another Clemente in action. Okay, Booyah, Clay Carroll, PSA 8. Alright. PSA 7. PSA 7. Don Baylor. PSA 7. 72 Topps, another checklist. PSA 8. Alright, let's see, what else do we have? Burt Blyleven, PSA 6. Ken Brett, PSA 7. PSA 7. Danny Carter. Orioles team. This is actually a very tough card in the set, believe it or not. This Orioles team card, and it is a PSA 8 that I have. Beautiful card. Okay, now we are moving to 1973 Topps. Hopefully my battery doesn't die. If it does, I guess I have to film another video and splice these together. Hopefully not. But this beautiful stack right here, woo, is all 73 Topps. I'll go through it as quick as I can. So, Ed Brinkman, 7. Ralph Garr, 7. Buddy Bell, 6. That's a variation. Merv Rettenmundo, 7. Strikeout leaders, Steve Carlton, Nolan Ryan. A great card, especially to have in a 7. Mike Torres in a 6. Wish that was higher. Phil Hennigan, 6. 1973 Topps at first glance, guys. Ron Santo, 7. 1973 Topps does not appear to be a difficult card to get in higher grade because it has white borders. For the most part, they're centered okay. But PSA does a really, really, really good job of undergrading the crap out of 1973 Topps. I have no idea why. Do not ask me. But I have so many 1973 Topps that I've sent that look like 8s and 9s, and some look like 10s. I mean, I look at it through like a jeweler's loop, and there's no imperfections on the surface or anything like that that you'd normally miss with the naked eye, and comes back a 7. I don't know if PSA is particularly hard on 73, but again, doesn't feel like a tough set, but there's a lot of miscut cards, and I don't know, PSA is just particularly hard on this set. So, Thurman Munson, 7. Dave May, 7. Denny Riddleberger, 7. Goose Gossage rookie. That one's sweet. PSA 7. Another Hall of Fame rookie. Nice. All right, so Chuck Taylor, PSA 7. Burt Blyleven, PSA 6. Not happy that I got that 6. This is a gorgeous dead-centered card. A perfect example. I don't know. I have no idea why that's 6. Mark Belanger, 7. Reggie Jackson, 6. Nice. I got so many 7s. I couldn't get this one in a 7. Come on, PSA. What are you doing to me, man? So that's nice. Reggie Jackson, though. Can't complain about that one. All right. And we got Gene Michael. I believe he was a singer. Just kidding. Just sounds like a singer. Absolutely not a singer. PSA 7. Boom. All right. So, moving on down. Again, my battery might die. Hopefully not. By the way, I apologize about all this noise. I'm just sorting out the slabs here. So, Boog Powell. Shame on you. You're named Boog. What's wrong with you? Shame on your parents. Just kidding. That's not his real name. PSA 7. Tom Seaver. PSA 7. Followed by a Tom Seaver. PSA 7. Billy Parker, PSA 7. Willie Stargell, PSA 6. Of course, we wait for the star or the Hall of Famer to give him a 6. Everyone else gets a 7 or an 8. Come on, man. What are we going to do about this PSA? All right, Grant Jackson, PSA 6. Yeah, whatever. Dave Cash, PSA. Oh, that one's a 5. That's terrible. It looks good, though. Dave Cash. What a cool name. George Foster. So that's good. PSA 7. George Foster was good. Had a decent career too. Whoa, that is the sound of PSA slabs hitting the floor and hitting the floor hard. Oh, and one of them was the Willie Stargell. No bueno, guys. Shame on me. PSA gods are shaking their head. Gaylord Perry, PSA 6. Oh, sorry, that was PSA 7. Willie McCovey, PSA 7. I have a crap load of these cards. Vita Blue, PSA 6. Really wish this one was higher. Oh, wait, there's another one. PSA 7 Vita Blue. I guess we did get something higher. John Kennedy. This was Robert Kennedy's younger brother. Again, just kidding. Just a regular old baseball player. Oh, and he was a Red Sox. Boo. Where's my trash can? Danny Thompson. PSA 6. And then this one's cool. Ken Brett. And this one came back in 8.5. Why is it cool? Because you rarely ever get those 0.5 grades from PSA. I don't know why, but they hold those 0.5 grades very dear to their heart. And it's not easy to get a 0.5 from PSA. It's kind of crazy. All right, so Jerry Russ, PSA 7. That's a good card to get. Dave Gusty, PSA 6. Beautiful. Ty Cobb, PSA 8. This is beautiful. Gotta love it. Walter Johnson, PSA 8. Also gotta love it. Alright. And then we got a Juan Marichal, PSA 7. Very nice card. Very, very, very nice card. Very well centered. Absolutely far more deserving than a 7. At least if I was grading it. Not if PSA was. Look at this boom shakalaka right here. Chicago White Sox, PSA 9. Hey guys, it looks like my video took a crap on me. I don't know, my battery died or whatever it was, but I'll start from where we picked off, or where we got stopped off, dropped off from, whatever you want to call it. So 1970 drops, 73 tops, Chicago White Sox team. This was the beautiful PSA 9. So let me go ahead and show that off right there. Really, really happy about that one right there. So not every day you get a 73 PSA 9. Norm Cash, PSA 7. Another Norm Cash, PSA 7. Okay. Bob Montgomery, PSA 7. Alright, let's see. Moving on down. We have Bob Moose. PSA 7. Okay, Gates Brown, PSA 7. Alright. Let's see, we got Amos Otis. PSA 7. Alright. And then we got John Edwards, PSA 7. Alright. Alright, I believe that's it for 1973 tops. That was a buttload of them. We are moving on. I don't have any 74, oddly enough. I don't know why, I just don't. But here's some 75 tops, and there's some treats in here, guys. So if you're still stuck around, you're still watching the video, here's a few treats for you guys, okay? I'll get to them in a minute. Dave Winfield, PSA 6. Alright. Here's the 75 tops mini Jim Ray, but it's PSA 9. Alright. Willie Stargell, PSA 5. Alright, Jim Barr set the bar high with this beautiful PSA 9. I think this card is basically perfect. I mean, I could try to resubmit and try to get a 10. It's absolutely beautiful, but I don't know if it would be worth even submitting it, but I don't know what the pop report on this is, but I'm sure it's not that high. So anyway, PSA 9, Jim Barr. Sets the bar high, this guy. Alright, beautiful card. Let's see. Horacio Pina, PSA 8. Beautiful card. For some reason on this set, I don't know if this is just from my experience, but the green cards, for some crazy reason, maybe, I'm assuming it's just a coincidence, but anything green, there's a lot of low pops that have a green color on them, and there's a lot of cards that are cut too short. So they're not necessarily miscut, they're just, for some reason, PSA sends it back to you saying that they're too short. Or they don't, I'm sorry, they don't meet minimum size. Minimum size requirement, that's what they say. Alright, and then we got Bob Gibson, also a mini, PSA 7. All these minis, I mean, they put a smile on my face. I see them and I'm like, ooh, minis. Alright, and then we got Jim Brewer, PSA 6. Gotta love him, he's a Dodger. Harry Parker, PSA 6. Alright, and then I have a couple treats here for you guys. Robin Yount, not one, but two. Boom. PSA 5 and PSA 6. One of the most iconic cards of all time. Iconic rookie cards, iconic vintage cards. So there's that. Two of them, they're both the regular size. PSA 6 is definitely much nicer. But here they are individually. So, two Robin Yount, 19 Yount, whatever, 1975 tops rookie cards. Boom. And then we have actually a triple treat. Let me organize this right. Booyah. 3 George Brett rookie cards. The one in the middle, as you can see, it's a 75 Topps mini. And then you have 2 of the regular size. One's a PSA 5, one's a PSA 6. So there they are. Absolutely beautiful. Let me get a nice shot of these. Maybe YouTube will let me use this as my thumbnail. You guys make content, you know what I mean. Those suggestions that they give you. And you're wondering why I have 3 of them. 1 is not enough. So first of all, I got a great deal on them, so I wasn't going to pass on them. But also, if you notice, one thing I want to show you guys, there is a very big variance. There's obviously not an error or anything recorded like that, but if you look at the 2 different George Brett rookie cards, you'll see this one has a much lighter background than this one. So there's that. And then also you'll see how this Royals looks like kind of a lighter pink, while this one is like a straight fuchsia. And then most notably, if you look at the bottom, the right card looks pretty purple. Okay, I mean that's a purple card. No one can really argue. But if you look at this one, it's more like a really dark blue, almost. So if you take a look, like if I turn them like this, you can see the big variance. The one on the right is definitely purple, while this one is definitely bolder blue. Obviously, again, it's not like some kind of error or an official variation, but I've noticed that you do get this with 1975 Topps. Sometimes the color is just significantly bolder to the point where it looks like a different color. For example, you got light purple here, while you got like dark purple blue here. So anyway, I thought that was very cool. But and then yeah, so there's 3 of those. One of my favorite cards. If I ever see them, I absolutely pick them up. Cannot say no to a George Brett rookie. I don't care what condition it is. I've had this card in a PSA 1. I've had it in I think 8. I think that was the highest grade. But anyway, absolutely beautiful cards. There it is. Boom. 3 of those. Glad you stuck around if you guys did for that. Some more 75 Topps. Let's see. Andy Hassler, PSA 6. Okay. Tom Seaver, very nice, PSA 6. Bill Sharp, it's a Sharp card, PSA 7. Alright. Ray Fosse, PSA 6. Ray Fosse, whatever. Alright. Bill Robinson, not the Robinson we want, but PSA 5. Beautiful card. My camera's getting on my nerves again. There it is. Alright. And then we got a Fred Lynn rookie. All you Red Sox fans are probably like, oh my god, wow, you're all going nuts now. Just a PSA 6, Fred Lynn. Very nice card. Believe it or not, I want to say 12 of these cards. Most of them are raw. They're almost all off-centered to the right or to the left. A very tough card to get centered more than usual. But anyway, graded this one, graded 6, so whatever, good enough. All right, and then the last 75 Topps card is Lee Lacy, PSA 6. And he's a Dodger, so gotta love him. All right, so let me go ahead and put these aside here. That was some big stacks we went through, guys. Look at all those. So we got one small stack left right here. 76 Topps. I only have 2 cards, but I have 2 really good cards. I got Nolan Ryan, that's a PSA 5. Beautiful card. Beautiful. I love the pink and yellow on this card. This one is pretty well centered. Gorgeous card. And it's Nolan Ryan, so you can't argue with that. And Mike Schmidt, PSA 6. This is one of actually my favorite Mike Schmidt cards, and if you notice, they're both pink and yellow. the nameplates. Beautiful, beautiful card. I love the action. Looks like he just got a hit and he's just about to run a first base. So definitely love that card. Okay, and then I got some 77s. I'll go through these real quick. There's some decent stuff in here, but don't want to spend too much time on these. So most of them came back pretty good. Fred Norman, PSA 7. Mike Schmidt, that one's cool, PSA 5. Another Mike Schmidt card. Boom. Let's see, Pete Falcone, PSA 8. Alright. Boog Powell, there's that guy again with the funny name, haha, PSA 7. Ray LeFleur, sounds like a high-end chef, or Ron, I should say, Ron. Ray would have been better, PSA 8. Rick Roden, PSA 8. Gary Carter, PSA 7. Jerry Koosman, who is basically known for one thing other than if you're a Mets fan. I mean, he was known for being on the 68 Topps rookie card next to Nolan Ryan. I mean, he wasn't bad, but I mean, that's really his claim to fame, that he was a buddy with Nolan Ryan on that card. But no, he was good. He had some decent years as well. And then we have Andre Dawson rookie, PSA 6. We have another Andre Dawson rookie, also PSA 6. We have a Dale Murphy rookie, also PSA 6. I mean, PSA just went nuts on these 6s. I felt like they didn't even actually grade the cards. They were like, oh, Hall of Fame rookie? Oh, 6, 6, 6, 5, 5, 5. Oh, come on, man. Like, none of these were a 7? Anyway. Or an 8. And then we got another rookie outfielders. I don't think there's anyone special on here. And that's probably exactly why I got a PSA 8. Because there's nobody special on here. Alright. So that's that real quick. Don't want to drop these again like the bozo I am who dropped them earlier. Some 78 Topps cards. We got George Brett. Beautiful. PSA 6. It's actually like a really ugly shot of him with the gum or chewing tobacco in his mouth. But anyway, George Brett. Mike Schmidt. There's another Mike Schmidt. PSA 6. 78 Topps. We got Glenn Adams. PSA 8. Of course, he is a common nobody. So we are happy to give him the 8. Right? And then 78 Topps. Who do we have here? Jack Morris. Most notably rookie. That's a PSA 8. That one's okay. I was happy with that one. And I have one 1979 Topps card, but I'll have more now that I opened up a 1979 Topps wax pack. If you guys haven't checked that video out, go ahead and check it out. It's already up on YouTube. Glenn Borgman, PSA 8. Very good looking card. And 79 Topps is very tough to get centered. Not necessarily too tough to get in really high grade, but definitely the centering sucks. And then we got some 1980 Topps. I got a pair of Pete Roses, both PSA 8. I love any Pete Rose card. Any Pete Rose card. I don't care what year, what condition. I love Pete Rose. He was the greatest. He's better than about 7% of all other Hall of Famers in the Hall of Fame, and he's probably better than about 50% of all the Hall of Famers combined. Yet, you know, because he had some personal issues and some political BS with our wonderful commissioner or whomever the guy was or is, you know, he's not going to get into the Hall of Fame probably in his lifetime. But I'm sure the minute he dies, the commissioner or whomever he is will have a change of heart and let him into Hall of Fame. Like the fool that he is, because of some political BS, they're going to let this guy out. They forget that Mickey Mantle was an alcoholic and used to drink on the field. And a lot of these people like Ty Cobb was a member of the KKK. And you're talking about so many different Hall of Famers from the 20s and 30s that were drunks and wife beaters. And they would go into the stands and fight the fans. They were gamblers. You name it. You name it, they did it. And yet this one guy, you know, he's the one who takes the rap for everyone. Anyway, love you, Pete Rose. If you're watching this video, love you, man. Sucks. I know it's political BS, dude. You should be in the hall. Oh, you know what? I lied. I did have a 74 Topps card, but for some reason I got it mixed up with the 1980 Topps. Oh, that's so weird. I had a Rich Gossage, okay? So the Goose, PSA 5. Oh, that's so crazy. I didn't realize I had a 74 Topps card. Okay, I did have one. I totally liked you guys. And in 1980 again, Reggie Jackson. So, not bad. PSA 7. Okay. And then, let's see. And then these two I showed in the other video. I don't know if you guys saw it. I made another PSA graded card reveal from my submissions and local pickups, recent local pickups. And those were all Gem and 10. So I did show these two, White Sox team and Mets team, only because they were Gem and 10, so they kind of fit in with that video. But these are basically borderline, I guess, vintage, you could call them. I kind of cut off vintage, late 70s, maybe 1980, but since they were Gem and 10s, I did show them in that video, and I might as well show them in this video as well. So, Gem and 10. There it is, the White Sox team. Gem and 10, Mets team. Beautiful. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Hope the edits didn't bug you. My video got cut off a couple times. Battery died, God knows what. But then again, I did have 5 million cards I didn't want to reveal to you. Actually, 172 to be exact. Close to 5 million. Anyway, thanks again for joining me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I got some more great stuff coming, all right? If you haven't already subscribed to the video, please go and hit the subscribe button. It should be somewhere here in the bottom right section. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Got more stuff coming your way. And, you know, love this hobby, guys. If you're not a part of it, jump on in, buy, sell, trade, invest, do something, guys. The hobby's blowing up. It's been blowing up. It's gone up on average, I would say 5 to 10x, depending on what you're buying in the past 6 years. And I don't see it stopping anytime soon. And by the way, people are saying, oh, when stock market is down, cards are down. It's actually very, very rare that trading cards are down when the stock market is down. It's actually quite the opposite. When stocks and other commodity investments are down, people look for other places to invest their money. And usually sports cards and memorabilia and collectibles, artwork, things like that is where they go to, because people who buy and invest and you know, they for whatever reason, for pleasure or financial gain, they never stop doing it, even when the market is down. I would say especially when the market is down. So don't think that that's going to affect the card market. As a matter of fact, that's going to help it. So if it does affect it, it will affect it positively. Anyway, thanks again, guys. Don't want to get into too much crazy stock stuff, but love you guys. Thanks again for joining me, and hope you liked the video.